Hello everybody, my name is UofA and today I'll talk to you about the multiple streams framework as a new approach in our public policy class with Dr. Patrick Stewart, or we can call this approach like MSF in short. In this section we will start with like a historical background about this framework. I think it's kind of new approach comparing to the other ones we've discussed before. So we have the main scholar in this one. His name is Kingdon. In his publication in 2011, he originally put like forth of the MSF assumptions and elements and everything, and he was inspired by three other scholars in 1972. Their names are Cowan, March, and Olsen, and their publication titled like Garbage Can Model Organization, or sorry, Garbage Can Model of Organization Choice. As you can see in this section about the historical background for MSF, MSF was initially developed for analysis of agenda setting processes. It's becoming also a major tool to analyze public policy with the rising of ambiguity in the global affairs. We have like other scholars, they contributed in this approach in their publication in 2016. Jones and others reported that no fewer than 311 in English articles published between 2000 and 2014 had applied MSF to various issues, areas, and level of government. This success of MSF it comes with the prize, because here you can see that like the theoretical innovations and the literature are often ignored. Key concepts don't have a clear specification in this approach. Also, we have this famous reason for the popularity of this MSF approach, because ambiguity is a fact of political life, as well as we can say, the same about the MSF as political stream. There are five main assumptions for MSF. First one, ambiguity, and it refers to state of having many ways of thinking about the same circumstances or phenomena. MSF assumes that because of ambiguity, a multitude of solutions can be applied for one problem instead of focusing on one rational explanation or one rational solution. We have the second one, it's time constraints. So policymakers always operate under significant time constraints and pressure. They don't have the luxury to think about more options or things like that, so they have to behave like in a certain time, and sometimes it's a very short period of time. We have the third assumption here, problematic policy references, and this is emerged in the presence of ambiguity with the time constraints. It means that policymakers do not have clear preferences about specific policies, but this doesn't mean that they don't have preferences at all. Of course they have some, but they don't have like a clear preferences with everything. Like regarding to for example, regarding to the next elections, we're talking about like policymakers have a clear stand, which is winning the elections. We have the fourth assumption here, which is unclear technology, and it refers to work processes that turn inputs to products. For example, in political systems, like judicial boundaries are not clear, which causes like battles between different departments or agencies in this judicial system. The fifth one is fluid participation. So unclear technology, very complicated by this fluid participation, which means that the composition of decision-making bodies is subject to constant change. For example, legislators come and go, and bureaucrats often move from the public service to private practice. This section here transfers us from the historical background with the main assumptions for this MSF approach to the core ideas, or just the core elements of multiple streams framework. So MSF assumes that independent processes or streams flow through the political systems. It also assumes that this political problems, policy solutions, and politics or problem stream or policy stream, political stream, which are like the main core elements for this framework, develop mostly independently independently from each other. So, for example, the mode of interaction is understood as like bargaining and the political stream, and as persuasion and the policy stream, as we will see in the next section.